Haley. Welcome to pregnancy week 5. Today I'm 5 weeks pregnant. It is October the 29th, 2013. So I went to the doctor today for my very first checkup. Of course, they didn't really do anything because I'm only 5 weeks pregnant. I talked to the doctor a little bit and just kind of, went over the basic stuff. What was the first day of your last period? And mine was September the 24th. So they didn't have any reason to take a pregnancy test there at the doctor's office. So, we just kind of talked and set up my ultrasound, which I will have at 8 weeks. And that is going to kill me to wait that long, because with my first 2 pregnancies, with both of them I had an ultrasound at 6 weeks. My first baby, I had my first ultrasound at 6 weeks and 4 days. And with my second one, I had my first ultrasound at 6 weeks and 1 day. And you can't really see a lot at that point anyway. I know that, but still, if there's a question of there being one or possibly more than one baby, at least you know that by having an ultrasound. So that's what I'm so anxious to find out. With my first baby, my first pregnancy, I actually had 2 babies in there. And when I went in for my first ultrasound at 6 weeks and 4 days, they didn't tell me that until I went back for a follow-up ultrasound at 7 weeks. But what was happening, and the reason why he didn't tell me, was that he could see that second baby was not going to make it, and my body was already doing away with it. And so he didn't want to be like, guess what, you're having twins, but you're probably going to lose this one. He just waited until he brought me back for that follow-up ultrasound to confirm what he knew was happening, and then that's when he told us. So, I think it was probably the best that he did it that way. That way I didn't kind of experience a loss. It was like, well, there were 2, but now there's only 1. And it's not like I told everybody I'm having twins and then, felt like I lost one. I know that I did, but I didn't really feel like I experienced a loss, if that makes sense. I think it was for the best the way he handled it. So I'm thankful for that. But twins do run in my family, and I'm very anxious to see, they say that a mother's tuition is a lot of times, it's accurate. So I have a strong feeling that there might possibly be more than 1 in there. If there is, that will be wonderful. It will be crazy because I will go from having 2 children to 4, but we can do it. It will be totally okay. And then if there's only 1 in there, that's totally fine too. It's totally fine. So, I do still feel strongly that this is a girl. So, I'm excited to find out. I'm excited to find that out also. So, some of the symptoms that I have been experiencing this week, it doesn't feel like I've had a lot going on, but when I look at my list, it looks like a lot. I've got a lot written down. One of the first things that I noticed at the beginning of this week was my nose has been so sensitive. My husband even pointed out, he's like, you've got pregnancy nose going on over there, because if I got a whiff of a dirty diaper going by or something that was cooking that I didn't, think smelled very good, and it's like I would go on and on, oh my gosh, this smells awful. What in the world is that smell? And my husband would be like, I don't smell it. That just must be your pregnancy nose. So that has been one of the main symptoms I've had going on this week. Another thing is I've had a little bit of nausea. It's not been bad. It's just been kind of just very sporadic. Just once here on this day, and then maybe one time a couple of days later. It hasn't been bad at all. So that's good. I have been having some crazy dreams every night. I mean, just weird, random, off-the-wall stuff that makes absolutely no sense. And I've experienced this with all of my pregnancies, so it's to be expected, but I mean, they haven't wasted any time picking back up. I mean, we're 5 weeks and I'm already having some crazy dreams. I've had a little bit of mild cramping, nothing too intense. When I found out I was pregnant with my first and second baby, like as soon as I missed my period, I cramped pretty intense. And I've not done that this time. I cramped pretty intense right after I ovulated, like that 3rd week of my cycle. That's when I had strong cramps. That's when I had all that nausea. And so that's another reason why some of the things that I read about experiencing, like symptoms you experienced if you're pregnant with multiples, like twins, is you experience your symptoms way sooner than what you normally would. So there's just, I guess, another reason why I have a hunch that there's possibly more than one in there, but who knows. So, here and there, I'll get a little lightheaded, like when I've been down to pick something up, or, you know, if I go to get up too quick, I'll get a little lightheaded and the room will kind of spin for a minute, but it's nothing too bad. A big thing that I've experienced this week is my boobs are huge already. Already, they have grown like a ton. So that's just crazy because they get pretty big when I'm pregnant, but then it seems like as soon as I stop nursing, they totally deflate, which is weird. I don't know how that works out that way, but they had pretty much totally deflated since I've stopped nursing. And just this past week, they have blown up again. So, my skin is dry. So she like right up here around my hairline and right here at the top of my scalp has gotten really, almost feels like it's sunburned kind of feeling, but really, really itchy. Really, really aggravating. But nothing I can't deal with. And the last symptom that I've had this week is I've had a couple of migraines. They haven't been too bad. If I can take medicine before the pain starts, it will usually keep it from getting bad. I'll still kind of feel the pressure in there, but it won't be anything that's painful. It's just like if I cough or if I sneeze, I can kind of feel the pressure like back here. The way I know I'm getting a migraine most of the time is my vision. It'll start feeling like I've been staring at the sun for a minute and then I look away and it's kind of fuzzy and you can see all around like the outside, but you can't focus right in the center. It's very aggravating, but that's how I always know I'm getting a migraine. And that's another new symptom that I'm experiencing this time that I didn't with my first 2 boys. Or rather, the timing is different. I always, with my first 2 pregnancies, I got a migraine like 2 to 3 days before I was supposed to start. And that was a telltale sign that, hey, I think I might be pregnant. And that happened this time. But I've now had a migraine like twice this week, and that didn't happen after I missed my period with my first 2 pregnancies. So that's new, and that's another thing that's happening that's kind of making me think: is there more than one baby in there? Do I have like all these extra, hormones going through my body that's because of the extra baby that's causing me to, have a migraine and have some of these other symptoms going on? So I don't know. I'm very anxious to find out. Like I said, if it's just 1, that's great. If it's 2, that's even better. It's double the blessing. Might be crazy, but we'll make it work. So I'm very excited. I hate that I have to wait till 8 weeks to get my first ultrasound, but I'm a big girl. I can do it. I can wait. But the thing is we're waiting until my son's birthday party to announce my pregnancy, and his birthday party is November the 23rd. So we'll have a good portion of our family here, hopefully most all of them here, so that we can kind of share the news with everybody all at one time before I make like a public announcement on Facebook to all of my friends and stuff. So we're excited about that, but that week I will be 9 weeks pregnant. So we will have just had our ultrasound the week before. So we might get to share that, you know, there's also 2 babies in there. So I don't know. I'm excited to find out. I can't wait. Hopefully y'all are excited too, and I can't wait to share the news with you, whether it's 1, 2, boy, girl. I'm just excited. I'm so excited about this 3rd baby that's coming into our family, and I can't wait. I'm savoring every moment and every day as best as I can. So I'm excited. So hopefully y'all will stay tuned for the 6th week of my pregnancy, and don't forget to subscribe so you can follow me on my journey to bringing home baby number 3. So I will talk to y'all next week. Bye.